Audience, I am so excited to introduce you to my friend, my colleague, Dr. Janice Marie Collins. And Dr. Janice Marie Collins is going to be talking to us about, here's her title, To Thy Own Self Be True, Stepping Into Your Queendom and Acing It. And she'll tell you more about that. But I just want to tell you about her for just a moment. Dr. Janice Marie Collins is an award winning educator, journalist, author, and creator of the national award winning A.C.E. Active Centralized Empowerment praxis, blending research and social psychology and her signature lyrical healing and spoken word. She guides audiences from the margins to the center of their empowerment, presence, and gift. Through transformational keynotes and global Step Into Your Queendom workshop, she helps individuals break limiting narratives and reclaim agency and set themselves free to live their best life intentionally, courageously, and whole. Folks, ladies, just lean back, enjoy, let the blessing come to you. And Dr. Janice Marie Collins, thank you for your incredible offering. The floor is yours, my sister.
Well, thank you so much. It is wonderful, wonderful to be here. Thank you for the invitation and thank you for doing the great work that you're doing, Doctor. I really appreciate that. It's amazing. I'm so excited to talk with you all today. Let me start my timer because I know your time is valuable, and I want to make sure I get everything that I need to get in to let you know what is going on. So the fact is, as you know, the title, now, let me just tell you, let me go back here just a little bit. That is key. This is the queen. This is you, and this is your life. And we are resetting for your best life ever. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about, just to you, just for you. How do you reset and get the most out of your queendom? And being a queen is a process. So, when we talk about to thine own self be true, the main thing is if you understand who you are authentically, at the root, it's hard to move you, it's hard to budge you. There's certain things that you can do and you can adapt to, but there are other things that you just need to accept about yourself, developing yourself to have to live your best life. Okay. And please understand that it's a process. There are no like silver wand, even though I wish I had a silver wand, that I would wave over all of it and all over you and say, you don't have to go through any challenges, any obstacles, but you know what? Everything from getting into shape takes conditioning, it takes practice. It takes your preparation for elevation. So I want you to be open minded and I want you to listen to what I'm saying, see whether it resonates with you, because the main thing I want you to remember, some things will resonate with you now, some things will resonate with you later. But the bottom line is that whatever happens and whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going to deal with, I really want you to look at it as your preparation for elevation. And we're going to do it just by being you, not because of what I say, but because of the great things that you're going to do. Now, I wanted to let you know that what I'm giving you today, this is what I would normally charge. This is my normal gift. This is what happens when people ask me to come. But because of the great Dr. Santa, she said, hey, she wanted to do something really great and give you all something really wonderful. I said, I'm in, whatever you want to do, because it's not about that. What it is that I hopefully will give a gift to you by just you being here and listening and using some of this. If it helps you, you're a gift to me. So that's what this is all about. So let's get started on this. The beginning is I'm not going to ask you to do something I haven't done myself. So when I ask you, I need you to be your authentic self. I want you to know I am authentic. I want you to know that from my nonprofit to my World Changers Media International, to my acing it consulting of how to ace it in the creative active centralized empowerment. Even I'm a professor, associate professor in the E.W. Scripps School of Journalism, and I'm the director of the Institute for International Journalism here at Ohio University. What am I foremost? I'm an abolitionist. I'm an abolitionist that wants to set people free so they can live their best life. And I've been studying it and doing it for over 20 years. And I'm telling you, you can do it as well. So, my authentic self, to thy own self be true. I believe in truth. I believe I'm a warrioress. I'm a fighter. I'm a protector, like most women are. I have emotional intelligence, but also I'm ready. So, for my authenticity, truth matters to me. It's really important to know what really matters to you. If when they say, life is short and, tomorrow's never promised and you don't know what tomorrow brings, that's why I said live your best life today. If you really want to live that way, you really want to ace it, which means actively centralize yourself on who you are authentically and let that empower yourself to move from the margins, to move from oppression, to move from depression, all of these things, because you're actually building up yourself from within. How you thinketh, you will be. So let's think the right things. Whatever your truth is, good, bad, or indifferent, I want you to own it. Because when you speak to it, you take the power from others. When you speak to it, you're speaking it into power, which means it's just like if somebody comes to you in a way that you don't like. I've been taking kickboxing and karate and martial arts for most of my life. What you do is you bring it in closer to take it down. When that depression comes toward you, I want you to bring it in closer to take it down. Just to get that whole thing. I know what's happening to me, and you know what? I know, and I'm going to move past that. Don't stay there. I want you to be past that, which means I want you to feel empowered and I want you to be courageous. It takes courage just to be yourself. It takes courage to talk to the queen, and that's what I'm talking to the queen. I'm not some person that you hired to come in and tell you what you want to hear. I'm coming because I care about you. I care about your well being. I care about you emotionally, physically, spiritually. And it takes courage to just be happy. It takes courage to go against the grain sometimes. But it's those areas that you need to go. So who am I? This is what I came up with. I want you to even, people manifest things. You know what? I just don't manifest. I write about it in my lyrical healing. You know what? I just don't do that. I come up with an animation and you don't have to do it with yourself. You can get AI to do it. What I did was I said, all this stuff that's happening in academia, how do I see myself? Because some of us who are at the best at the top are the ones that are attacked the most. So what did I do? I'm not gonna bow down. I'm not going anywhere. I call myself Davida and Goliath. And what does that mean? That those things that are bigger, they seem so much bigger, right? I'm still going to take my little rock of truth. I'm going to put it in my little satchel. I'm going to roll it around. I'm going to whip it. I'm going to take it down inch by inch. I'm going to take it down, the corner by corner, just staying out of the way of the rebel. So the bottom line is, this is what I came up for myself. I have this on a t-shirt. So I want you to own it. If you have an image, and you say, this is how I see myself as a queen. This is how I see myself as a warrior. This is how I see myself as Davida and Goliath. That's what I want you to put on there and own it. It's really important that you own it. So as you step into your queendom, why did I use this title? Why did I say when you want to reset to live your best life, whatever that is? You could be a good mother, a good director, a good leader, a good counselor, a good basketball player, whatever it is. It's all about your queendom. Why did I use that? Because if you've ever played chess before, stepping into your queendom means taking care of yourself. Because I play chess, and let me tell you, every woman should learn how to play chess. Why? Because the most important and the most valuable and the strongest player, the strongest piece on a chess set is the queen. The queen is the only piece that can move in all different directions, that can take all different people. But like most women, you have to protect the pawns. When the pawns are gone, they're going out to fight for you. They're on the front line. They're protecting, you got to protect the pawns. You got to negotiate, just like you do in your family, just like you do in your job. What happens? You got a knight, you got a rook, you got a bishop. All those people are working for what? To protect that king. But you can't protect the king unless you protect yourself. And let me tell you something else. I'm going to talk not just about business, I'm going to talk about relationships. If you have a king or a partner in your life If you have someone special, know as the queen, make sure they're worth it. Make sure they're worth it because they can capture you and you can get it back. Your men are going to have to come back and get you. Your women are going to have to come back and get you. Your people are going to have to come back, have your tribe, have your army come back and get you. But all that to say is that sometimes when we have so much going on, people pulling us emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, we have so much going on. Sometimes we forget about ourselves. We forget that we're powerful. We forget that we're valuable. We forget that everything moves and sometimes everything works for the betterment. But I don't want it to be at the expense of you. So just understand that and protect yourself. Understand that and be surrounded by people who love you and support you and protecting you. And the bottom line is it may not be that many. You don't need that many. But everybody has a team and a tribe. And sometimes you don't have many friends or people, you're not really sure. Just be yourself, and what you are will attract certain things. Don't believe the hype that every time something bad happens to you, people say it's something that you were doing. It's something, what is it that you're doing that attracts bad people? No, sometimes people are attracted to you because they know you're going to love them. But let me also say, you can love them like a mother and nurture them like a mother. But you have to understand that most people are not your children. I had to make that mistake and I had to correct it. I was loving people like they were my kids, which means I forgive, 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 forgive. And that's okay, but I need to not stay there. I've dated people where I said, oh, okay, this is what's going on. I can see past that. It's all good. I'm going to forgive, forgive, and give, but I can't stay there. So the bottom line is whether it's a job or whether it's your personal life, you need to understand when you're dating potential and when you're dating active potential. Potential without movement, without activation, stays potential. Make sure you do that within yourself too. Don't just sit on those things. Ignite them. People would tell me who I am, what I am. You're a great writer. It wasn't until I believed it, I ingested it, and started calling myself a writer that opened up the doors. So when we're thinking about this and we have cross-cultural competency, let me move that out of the way for a minute. Everything that you do, everything you have done, it's not what you've been, what you went through, is what you've come through. Because you're on the other side. If you're listening to me today, and it can be good things, challenging. It could be not so good. That's challenging. But I want you to see if you're anything like me, which I'm authentic, and my authenticity, I am spiritual. So I always have to flip something negative into a blessing, something negative into a positive. Just that's just the way I live my life, that I've chosen as the queen to live my life. But everything I've done, everything I've been through has given me experience. And we call this cross-cultural competency. And I want to tell you about ACE. Everything I'm talking to you about has over 20 years of studies. I use with mixed methodology. So the things I'm telling you are things that I've found and others found, researchers have found that over 20 years of testing, it actually raises your self-esteem. But not just raise your self-esteem, it maintains your self-esteem. Self-confidence develops and grows it. So the main thing is your authentic self. And there are some theories that talk about how this doesn't happen. This is what I found. A lot of times we're looking at Cooley's, what I call Cooley's looking glass self. The looking glass self says, okay, here's a mirror, and I'm putting it up to you. And when I put it up to you, I'm going to say, you're an angry black woman. That's who you are, right here. This is a cool book. I want to show you that. I'm going to say, this mirror, you're an angry black woman. So what does that mean? That means you're either going to have to prove me wrong that you're not an angry black woman, or you have to prove me right that you are an angry black woman. What does that mean though? Who has the power? I do. I have the power. So either you're going to mitigate that one way or the other. That doesn't work. That's oppression. That's suppression. Suppression, even if it's not, especially when it's not true. So what do I say? Active centralized empowerment, actively centralize and empower yourself from your own authenticity, your own truth, which means what? You're going to turn that mirror around and you're going to have them look at it and say, I think you're an angry black woman. Well, that's your problem. That's your personal problem because number one, I'm not angry. But number two, if I am, I should be. So what's on the back of the mirror? Actually, who you are. I should be angry for this reason. And guess what? That has no power over you anymore. Move that book out of the way. You move that mirror out of the way and continue to move. Anytime you give someone power over you, you're making them more valuable than you. And sometimes you got to be careful of that But I want to tell you that in this Western environment, that's the way we have been socialized, cultivated, and conditioned. And that's called the looking glass self. You can look that up. The other thing is emotional intelligence. Women, by research, quantitative research, empirical research says women have the highest level of emotional intelligence. One of the ways you see that is in the Secretary of State. Why do we have mostly women? Because they do well with negotiations. They do well with listening to both sides and figuring out what's going on. How do we know how women can handle certain things in families, in businesses? Here's the thing, get paid for it. Don't just do it. I don't want you to just bring in the cookies and the cakes and make sure everybody's okay if you're not taking care of yourself first. My father used to always tell me, Janice, before you pay everybody, pay yourself first. I never got that because I was so afraid of being selfish. I was like, that's not Christian. That's not positive. I don't want to be greedy. I don't want, mm-mm, mm-mm. What it is you're getting yourself ready. Just like when I walk or run to work, I warm up before I get out there. I take care of my body before I get out there. And then I do what I have to do. That's preparation for elevation. That's paying yourself first. Take care of yourself. And when it comes to leadership, let me tell you a little bit about leadership. That's one of my areas of expertise. And I want to tell you that, oh, before I forget, this is just when you pull up Looking Glass Self, Cooley's Looking Glass Self, you'll see this model. Okay. This is how my mom and dad see me as an angel. This is how my girlfriend sees me. Oh, let's go back here. This is how my girlfriend sees me. I have muscles. This would work for anybody. This is how my older brother sees me. I'm weak. I'm not really have muscles. This is how my ex-girlfriend sees me. I'm not very good. Now, what happens? You see how that's like borders? You see how that's borders? Well, with A.C.E it, active centralized empowerment, some of it works when they say you're a winner, you're a good person. Okay. But if it's not true, and think about it, be honest. If it's not true, you cannot wait for them to give you permission to move. As I talk about in my book, 250 Years Instead of Slave, Breaking Free with Active Centralized Empowerment, as you can see, we cannot wait for anyone to give us freedom. We can't wait for anyone to find value in us. That's a form of, I call it internalized colonization. We've been conditioned to think that we need the validity of people to move forward. If it's not working for you, move out of that house. And you have to understand what battles you need to fight. It's just like someone coming in my house. You really think I'm going to let them change the rules of my house? So understand what you're dealing with when you go into someone else's home, someone else's business, someone else's life, and look at that looking glass self and see if there are things you need to change. So when you step into your queendom, sometimes it's beauty and the beast mode. And what do I mean by beauty and the beast? I did this. I talked about this when I did a special keynote speaking for Asia Evans. And she is a woman of color, African American Black woman who is an Olympian bobsledder. So she is on the margins. There aren't many. And she went out there and won those gold medals. And when I talked about it, and I was talking to other women of color leaders of how to do this, sometimes you have the beauty and the beast mode. And the beauty and the beast mode is about certain aspects that are just going to work for you. Sometimes you can just chill. And sometimes you need to get down with it, really. You need to attack it. You need to be ready for it. And it's all good. So how do you do that? Let's go on the other side of that. Let me give you some steps and let me give you some pointers for your preparation for elevation. The main thing is you need to stop looking in the side view mirror and the rear view mirror. Anytime you're riding a skateboard, a surfboard, you're driving a motorcycle, I've done it all. You cannot go forward. Anytime you're walking, cannot continue to go forward and move forward. If you're always looking in the side view mirror, looking at what may come, what you just passed, which goes into your rear view mirror, what may come up, what is possibly what you're doing, just like in a traffic, like when you have traffic, because people, they call it what? Goosenecking or rubbernecking, when you're looking on the other side and you're looking at what's going there, you're not paying attention what's going here. So you slow everybody down. Well, those are your blessings. I don't need you to slow those blessings down. I need you to keep moving forward. Take a look if you want to. Look in the rearview mirror, look in the side view mirror, but keep moving. Look at where you're going. I want you to stay focused. And I want you to understand, remember, just like it says in the side view mirror, things are closer than they appear. Sometimes it's your blessing. Sometimes it's your blessing that's closer. Don't get scared. When you pray for your blessing, I want you to pray to be prepared for your blessing too. One time I thought I won the lottery. I had picked out these numbers and I was like, I usually don't play, but I like to play. It's fun. So I don't spend a lot of money, maybe $1, $2. And I looked online and I said, oh my God, I won. Oh, my heart started beating. I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm looking at every number. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I get every number? I wrote it down again and I looked, I said, I won the lottery. I couldn't believe it. Oh my God, my heart was beating so fast that the next prayer came out like, God, please don't let me die before I tell anybody that I won the lottery. I'm about to pass out and faint. Why? Because I did not prepare myself for the blessing of actually winning. I want to be in condition for this. I want to know I'm ready for it. So you have to slow things down. And when you live in expectation, I don't want you to just pray for what you want. I want you to pray to be ready to receive what you want. Understand you're done with the past. Sometimes you got to let go of things and you want to move forward, but you're still looking at life through the side view mirror. So again, I need you to stay focused. Okay. Doesn't mean you leave everybody. Doesn't mean you don't be with people and connect with people. I want you to just remain focused. So the bottom line is sometimes you have to check out which pair of glasses you have on. Sometimes people come up to me, they're so negative and they're so worried and they're so cynical. Sometimes, as someone who supports them and loves them, sometimes I have to reach over, may I? And I have to take those glasses off. Mm-mm. I need you to put on these glasses of how amazing you are. I need you to put on those glasses, how you have been through the storm and you've come through. So, what skills do you have? What cross cultural competencies do you have that prepared you for this? Because you got it. I need you to take off those glasses. And you want to get to the point where you can take off the glasses yourself and say, I'm looking at this wrong. How can I look at it differently? A lot of people don't even ponder what glasses they have on, but I need you to look at that. If it's positive, put on those positive glasses. If it's reality, put on those glasses, whatever works for you. Now, what I'm telling you, I have found that works in research for many people. I'm also telling you what has worked for me. But the great thing about active centralized empowerment is that it allows you to find out what works for you. That's the most important thing. Remember, actively centralize yourself and empower yourself on what's authentic for you. I want you to move like an ace, or it means looking at the positive. For me, it's the blessing. Take one step toward your goal each week, mentally and or physically. Whatever it is, take one step. Be responsive and not always reactive. Reactive, knee jerk. Reactive, I'm flaring. Reactive, sometimes you need to stop, put on the glasses, take off the glasses, think about it, and then respond. So, me, I'm systematic sometimes. I'm a person of discipline. I work with both sides of my brain. I have a horizontal synchronization hemisphere. So sometimes I'm emotional and sometimes I'm pragmatic, all at the same time. So sometimes I need things, being authentic, I need things to be just a certain way. Tell me what to do. So I said, from now on, I'm living a PG rated life. I even came up with a name for it. What does that mean? Proactive, positive, productive, prayerful, and grateful. So that means no matter what I'm dealing with, I'm going to be proactive about it because I'm going to be positive about it. And being positive about it, I'm going to be able to move. I'm not stifled. I'm not stuck. I'm going to be productive. I'm going to do something, take that one step. I'm going to pray about it. Help me. And then I'm going to be grateful for the process. I want to find some way of being grateful because you know what? The biggest abusers of oneself is oneself. Sometimes we take that and we just, oh, come on, you should have known better. You should have done that. Don't start beating on yourself and become your own self abuser. Move from that. Own it, move from that. So have a moment of peace and meditation, at least 5 minutes a day, every day. But then I want you to be ready. I call it ready, set, go. So I use music in the morning. I listen to music. It lifts my spirits. I do prayer. I write, whatever. I do exercise. I get my hormones going, my endorphins, and then I'm ready to move. So let's go. Reset, acing it, closing up now. I want you to feel it. Closing up, I want you to feel it. If you are positive, I want you to hang around positive people. Protect your domain. I ain't talking about just paying domains for websites. I'm talking about the domain of your queendom. I need you to protect that. I need when people, I tell people sometimes, listen, I'm on a powerful roll. I'm going under the radar. I'm not going to be able to be negative. So give me a moment. I'll come back out. Sometimes you have to speak that. You have to get people, teach people how you want to be treated. And sometimes let it go. But understand there's power in numbers. If you have three people, I tell people one time I wanted to run for president, I called the right person. That person said, sign me up. And that's all I needed to do that, right? Think positive, do positive, speak positive. Be honest and truthful to yourself, to thine own self, to be true, to set yourself free. Don't lie to yourself. But sometimes you can fake it till you make it. If you're nervous before you do something, fake it. And it becomes reality. I'm not nervous. I'm excited. Change that. Just that little change will change your mood. Be disciplined, stay focused, and I want you to speak up and I want you to speak out. When you're down, these are things I'm going to share with Dr. Santa because I'm going to give the PowerPoint so you can be reminded about this over and over and over. I make a little card. I call it a clutch. Put it in your clutch. When you're down, keep looking up. Dance your storms and always look for the rainbow. Endure growing pains. It's painful, but if you're growing in the right direction, it's worth it. Keep moving. Own your story. Don't let people tell you your story. Own your story. You are not your circumstances, but they are guides to your cross cultural competency. If you don't fit in, I need you to stand out. That means that's not supposed to be a part of you. You don't fit in. I need you to stand out. Have courage, endure, interview others. When you're getting interviewed, all 600,000 women of color have lost their jobs. I want to tell you something. You're not defeated. I want you to know when they're interviewing you, I want you to interview them. I want you just don't, you ain't taking no crumbs. Know who you are, know the value of what you bring. And don't be afraid to ask for it. The only thing they can say is no. That doesn't hurt you. Get used to it. Growing pains. Calluses come up, but nah, you can rub them out, make them a little smooth. So every challenge, remember, is your preparation for elevation. The other thing I want to tell you about is fear. Fear, face your fear, which is false evidence appearing real. Sometimes when it's fear, it's in your head. You're making it up. It's not even real. So I talk to myself. I say, Janice, is that real? What's going on with you? Is that real? And just hearing myself talk, because when I hear my voice here and here, it sounds like it's actually another person talking to me. Don't think I'm crazy because I'm not, but I like to hear and talk it out. I'm a communicator. I love when people communicate. I don't care how it comes. I'm all for it. And I love communicating. Understand that you are meant, you are born. There's a gift that you have that you are born with that only you can do. It's a gift that you give to the world. I say gift to the world. Your whole life is about finding out what that is. Whether you're a good mom, whether you're a good partner, whether you're a good leader, whether you're a multimillionaire business person, whatever the case may be, I'm telling you right now, you are meant to do great things. You can ace it. You want to dance in your storm, wear the right pair of glasses, climb that mountain. You see this picture? When you're climbing this mountain, I've done this many times. I've reached down and help other people up. Only to what? For them to climb up, get on my shoulders and go on without me, which means what? I got to start all over. I've even come back down a mountain to help people. Not anymore. I'm going to keep climbing. I need people to climb with me. With your leader, understand that transactional and resident leadership is great. Kumbaya. Give me something, I'll give you something. But it's a transformational leadership in your life and in your team that actually brings up self esteem, self confidence. So build yourself up. And not only that, build your team up. Imposter syndrome? Ain't no imposter. You were sent there. They should be happy to have you. Stand up. Don't sit down. I want you to stand up in your greatness. I still have the first toolbox my dad ever gave me physically. And I've added to that. Why? I don't ask to be invited. I bring my toolbox and I build my own tables and chairs. And I say, what? You want to work as a team. You understand what I'm saying? So just understand. When I talk about the beast mode, what that means is a beautiful woman of excellence with the strong ability to transform. That's how I spell beast. It is the beautiful beast mode, a beautiful woman of excellence, an amazing sister that does the unexpected, even the unbelievable, transforming and transcending in ways only you can do. If you want to read some more of my work, these are my books. Check them out. It's all good. You want to follow me? There you go on the email, in my Instagram, social media. And the bottom line is when it's all said and done, I want you to step into your queendom. And God bless you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Dr.
My
Janice
pleasure.
Marie Collins. Oh my God, my
My
heart
pleasure.
is pounding, my face is red. I
Praise
am in my
God.
queendom because you're here today to affirm.
Mm,
So I hope those of you listening really were able to just take in the message. And I took down just a couple of little notes. I loved the idea that came to me as you spoke. Anytime you wait for others to get you
mm,
free, you've allowed yourself to be enslaved.
mm.
So stay focused, stepping into your queendom, protect yourself, and surround yourself with people who are watching out for you, protecting you, and you are doing for each other. So thank you, Queen.
Thank
Dr.
you,
Marie
Queen.
Janice Collins, thank you. And
Thank you, Queen.
audience, again, hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. And thank you for being here today. Be
Thank you.
well.
Be
Thank you,
well.
Janice.
My pleasure. Thank you, Queen.